It was a beautiful evening on the island of Sodor. It was a huge day for all of us. Flying Scotsman was going to the Great National Railway Museum with many of his fellow engines, a few of them being Sterling, Mallard, Coronation Class, Puffing Billy, Catch Me If You Can, and of course, Green Arrow, with the Lion leading the way. It was amazing, wasn't it? The engines were all excited, the rocket especially, the father to Stephen. Sir Tottenham ran out of his office as the Fat Controller did the paperwork. He had final words for Scotsman. Flying Scotsman, you are to do very well. Puff very proudly for the island of Sodor and beyond. Do not fail me. This is an urgent trip. You cannot fail me. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously, do well for Sodor. Oh, despite the dramatics, I understand, sir. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure nothing blows up, or, any of that sort. But of course, I'll make certain that things will go well. Ha ha! And Flying Scotsman toiled out of the station, leaving a plumeless slope far behind. At Tidmouth Station, I was speaking to Union Pacific Big Boy number 4014. He was a kind and caring engine, and he was about to make his way home with an excursion train. He spoke to me kindly. Now understand this grandeur. You are a prominent engine. Make certain that you ride the rails with prominent exception. Didn't I hear you're going to go to the Strasburg in Pennsylvania? Yes, I am. No joke, it's true. I'm going there right now. And Union Pacific Big Boy 4014, at the request of many, popped away with his coaches in tow. Big Boy was making excellent time. He was puffing on the countryside and whooshed through Ellsworth Station, whistling hello to Station Master Jeffries. Meanwhile, Flying Scotsman had troubles of his own. He forgot to fill up on water and was struggling with the heavy train. Sterling number 1 was trying his hardest. Mallard was failing, and so was Green Arrow. At last, they had no choice. Flying Scotsman had to stop the train. It was all for naught, he thought. The driver and fireman damped down the fire, ran up to the signal box, and called for help as fast as they could. Scotsman was crying, and tears were dripping on his face. The other engines did not know what to do at this point. At Wellsworth, Big Boy's crew got the message. Now listen here. We have to go help Scotty. He is stuck just far down the line. Can you help, please? Of course I can. I will sing my way down there to save Scotsman. And Big Boy rolled back down the line to save his old friend. Mrs. Horse was horrified. The owner tried to calm down Mrs. Horse, but to no avail. The engines were trying to figure out a way to help Scotsman, when then all of a sudden... It's Union Pacific Big Boy. I don't believe it. He was backing up towards Scotsman, and soon he was coupled up. Despite the coupling compatibility, he was coupled up with succession. Oh, this is amazing. Logic is so exciting, isn't it? Never mind about the logic. What matters is that we have to save you and take you to the Great Railway Museum. They're expecting you any moment. But regardless, I will be heading back home after I drop you guys off. Sodor is truly amazing, isn't it? No, it's Sodor. Whoopsie daisy. And soon, Big Boy towed the engine like it was nothing at all. Big Boy puffed through the countryside, went under bridges and many other places. The people ran out of their houses and got photographs, as this was probably a once-in-a-lifetime achievement, not likely to happen in another 5 to 10 years. Or much sooner than that, depending on what I do. I.e. the narrator. Hehe. Anyways, Big Boy puffed towards Henry's Hill. He was making good time. And soon they started to ascend Henry's Hill. Big Boy slowly rised over Henry's Hill in honor of Thomas Wooden Railway, it's being inspired by coining the name for it. And slowly, Big Boy puffed over the hill like nothing ever happened. Like all those years ago, and like his siblings before him, Big Boy charged down the hill with no trouble at all, living up to his name, as expected. At Meron Station, Gordon, Spencer, and many others were just waiting to head home when suddenly... Big Boy charged through Meron Station with Flying Scotsman and his train and the other engines in tow. The passengers leaned out of the window and said thank you to everyone as they crossed the Leviathan towards Victorstown Station. My little brother's going at it again. Very funny, isn't it? If I say, Gordon, quite. Especially my lord. I wonder how Jamesy's doing over there. Who's Jamesy? The others were interested as well. Stephen and Emily were happy to see their siblings heading home to the Great Railway Museum. Meanwhile, Big Boy was making great time. After dropping them off at the Great Railway Show, he said their goodbyes, and Union Pacific Big Boy number 4014 headed back to his railway, reflecting on his many memories on the island of Sodor, his visit with myself, and of course, his interesting yet excellent time helping many excellent celebrities in need of a journey back home.